Hi, Earthfolk. I'm Melton on my mission to discover everything great from SEGA. I wasn't sure I was going to make a review of this movie. You know, there's already a billion reviews up online, but sitting in the cinema earlier today, the Sonic fanboy in me went into overdrive. By the end of the movie, I was like, just what happened? Did I just sit through a great Sonic movie? Well, yeah, I did as it turns out, and I gotta tell you about it. So I'm just back from seeing the Sonic the Hedgehog movie in the cinema, and here's my completely spoiler-free review. No spoilers here. I want to tell you so much, but I'm not going to spoil anything. You've got to see this movie for yourself. We all know how the production of this movie played out. First, we got the very questionable Sonic design, a huge internet backlash, and thankfully now a loads better Sonic design. Yeah, I said in my first trailer reaction I kinda liked the weird Sonic, but no, not anymore. I feel a bit sick every time I see his face. What we ended up with is a much more expressive, more cartoon type Sonic, and the movie is much better for it, I'm sure. Okay, so time to get into what I thought about this movie. It kinda depends on how you look at it. Are you a Sonic fan on one hand, or on the other, are you maybe more just a movie fan? I'll start with the latter. As a movie fan, I watched the Sonic movie, maybe more so with a critical eye than others, just because I had such high hopes for it, but even so, I watched it, and if I'm honest, I thought it was pretty good and fun, but something just felt a bit off about it at times. Nothing bad, and maybe after I see it again when I'm not thinking about reviewing it while I'm watching it, I'll be able to just enjoy it for what it is. Though Sonic himself looks great and is animated excellently, he's maybe not quite up to the standards as seen in the likes of the Ted movies. There's times I just felt I noticed Sonic was CGI, and that drew my attention away a little, but maybe that's just me and you might not feel the same. The story was pretty good, but you know, not that amazing. It's a kids movie after all. It's well written, it's not perfect, it's not going to win any Oscars, but it does the job nicely. We don't really need anything more from a story in the Sonic movie, do we? Throughout the movie though, there were some impressive action scenes, plenty of quite funny moments, and decent acting from the cast. Sonic is a standout of the movie, and so is Jim Carrey as Robotnik. The other characters throughout are great too. Again, no spoilers, so I can't tell you about a few of the characters which I thought were hilarious and added a good bit of humour at times. It's a fast-paced movie, just like our Blue Blur. It starts fast, continues fast, and keeps going fast, slows a little for a quick stop, but soon, back on the gas pedal, and back to blistering speed. It is a Sonic movie after all, so it shouldn't be anything other than speedy. So that brings me nicely to the meat of this review. It's a Sonic movie, not just your average movie. If you are a Sonic and SEGA fan, this is something more. I said earlier in this video that the fanboy in me was impressed about what he saw. Well, looking at this movie as a long-time Sonic and SEGA fan, I'll tell you what I thought. As you'll know, or maybe you don't, Sonic has been my number one games character since the very beginning. I was playing my Mega Drive back in the 90s with Sonic 1, and it was a life-changing experience. Sonic is my number one, and that isn't ever going to change. You can call me a fanboy, and you are right. This monster loves Sonic, and while I don't give Sonic and SEGA a free pass with everything they make, hey come on, Sonic Boom, the game, what was that? And Sonic Forces, it was good, but it could have been way better. I love Sonic, but I can't put up with SEGA not making great Sonic games or movies. But yeah, I'm biased and I'll admit it. Sonic was amazing back in the Mega Drive days, and he's still great now even with his missteps. But, so where am I going here? Well, this movie isn't a misstep. I'm so happy to say that as a Sonic fan, parts of this movie exceeded my expectations. Not all of it, but there's loads of Easter eggs and hidden Sonic references from the games. At times I was like, okay, that was cool, I recognise that, I love those moments. It's 2020 and it took them a while, but the movie is an excellent addition to the Sonic series. I'm not sure how I can put it into words, other than to say that it's 2020 and it's Sonic and it's SEGA on the big screen. The fan service is great, and the Sonic fan in me was like, wow, it's Sonic in a great movie. What more could Well, I can't ask for anything more than that. But wait, there's more. This movie just kept on delivering, and while I can't mention any spoilers, though I wish I could, there's a part in this movie where it's full on Sonic and Robotnik action. I was sitting on my seat thinking, this movie has just gone from a great Sonic experience to an excellent Sonic experience. And there's also a very special homage to old style Sonic, done perfectly, but my lips are remaining sealed. You know, at this point in my movie watching, I was already completely happy with my Sonic experience. The 90s kid in me was happy and content. I think it's like we've come full circle. Sonic started great back in the day. Actually, he revolutionized, I can't even say that word, fast-paced platforming, and for a brief time was a huge household name who easily rivaled Mario. And this movie just brings it back home again. That Sonic is great, and now stars in his own movie, which many are saying is the best video game turned movie released in a long time. Almost 30 years ago we were blessed with Sonic, and despite a rocky history since then, almost 30 years later, Sonic has made it to the big screen, and so has SEGA, and oh boy, I loved seeing that SEGA logo on the big screen. But wait, there's more. Oh yes, there is. How can a Sonic fan be even more impressed by their movie-going experience? I don't know, but it happened. There's one point that just left me speechless. All I will tell you is that by the end of the movie, as I was walking out the cinema, after watching what I can describe as a pretty good movie indeed, the Sonic and SEGA fan in me was doing spins. I'm not over-exaggerating when I say that this is probably the best cinema movie experience I've had in a very long time. Those of my generation might know what I mean when I say, as a kid I walked out of the cinema after watching the amazing Jurassic Park and my head was all over the place, literally almost seeing real-life dinosaurs for the first time. Well, it was almost like that. Okay, I'm much older now, but I swear it was the same feeling. The emotions you feel when you just watch something you love, whether it's seeing your favourite dinosaur on the big screen for the first time, or seeing your childhood hero, Sonic, being the true Sonic we all know and love. This movie just blew my mind. Right then, so that's enough of my fanboy. I'll just come back to reality for a minute. To summarise Sonic the Hedgehog as a movie from your average moviegoer's view, you know, maybe if you aren't much of a Sonic fan at all, it's a good movie and better than most video game movies. And okay, I'll give it a 4 out of 5. Okay, yeah, 4 out of 5. It's pretty good. But this is a SEGA and Sonic channel, and I'm a huge fan of both. So there's only one score for this exceptional film.
Get ready.
Good. Great. Amazing.
And why not check out one of these videos on my channel? If you've enjoyed this video, please give it a like. And if you'd like to join me on my mission to discover everything great from SEGA, hit that subscribe and bell icon. I'm Melton, and I'll see you next video.